Hello everyone and welcome to Incredible Theories. I'm Claudia, and today we'll explore a striking prophecy that could explain the turbulent times we're living through, a bold forecast known as the fourth turning. Could humanity be heading toward a moment of profound transformation? A crisis that will redefine our future? Let's find out. In 1997, historians William Strauss and Neil Howe published a book titled The Fourth Turning, An American Prophecy. In it, they challenged the widely accepted idea that history is a straight line of progress. Instead, they proposed that history moves in repeating cycles, just like the seasons. Every 80 to 100 years, a new cycle begins with a dramatic turning point, a winter of crisis. They argue that understanding these cycles can help us better prepare for the future. But people stuck in linear thinking are often completely caught off guard. Let's look at a few historical moments. In 1773, the idea of a revolution seemed absurd. 2 years later, the American Revolution. In 1859, few believed a civil war was imminent. But by 1861, it had begun. In 1929, the world didn't see the stock market crash coming. But on October 24th, Black Thursday hit, followed by Black Tuesday. These weren't isolated shocks, they were part of a pattern. Back in 1997, Strauss and Howe predicted a major crisis between 2005 and 2025, triggered by a sudden event. Around the year 2005, a spark will ignite a national crisis. The old social order will collapse, trust in political and economic systems will implode. Real hardships will follow, involving class, race, nation, and empire. But from this turmoil, seeds of social rebirth will emerge. They believe this crisis could rival the scale of the American Revolution, the Civil War, or World War II. Looking at recent events, 9/11, the 2008 crash, COVID-19, the Ukraine war, it's hard not to wonder, are we already in the fourth turning? Most modern education teaches us that history moves in a straight line, always forward, always improving. But Strauss and Howe argue this is an illusion. For most of human history, people believed time was cyclical. Ancient societies saw history as repeating rhythms: birth, death, rebirth. This worldview prepared them for upheaval. By contrast, modern linear thinking creates blindness. We assume progress is inevitable, and that nothing major could ever go backward. The episode dives deeper. What if advanced civilizations existed long before what we consider history? Massive, precisely cut stone structures around the world suggest advanced technology. Pumapunku in Bolivia, the Osirion in Egypt, Baalbek in Lebanon. Some of these stones weigh hundreds, even over 1,000 tons, and show precision that modern tools struggle to replicate. Engineer Christopher Dunn argues they couldn't have been carved with simple chisels. His research shows signs of high-tech machining. Filmmaker Ben Van Kerkwyk of Uncharted X has documented these sites and uncovered similar evidence of lost technology. The same story unfolds in ancient myths. Cultures from across the world, separated by oceans, tell tales based on constellations and celestial cycles. Many refer to precession, a slow shift in Earth's axis that takes thousands of years to detect. The number 72, which relates to the precession rate, appears again and again in myths across continents. Did ancient people understand the stars far better than we think? This is more than history. It's about how we view time, truth, and ourselves. On one side, the modern belief in constant progress. On the other, the ancient belief in recurring cycles. Strauss and Howe argue, cultures that ignore the cycles suffer most when change comes. But cultures that embrace the cycles are better prepared. We're living in the tension between those two worldviews right now. The Enlightenment brought science and freedom from religious dogma, but it also cemented the belief in linear progress. Some researchers, like economist Michael Hudson, suggest that modern systems of control, financial, political, and educational, now serve to hide ancient truths. The myths, ruins, and wisdom of the past may have been deliberately buried or dismissed to keep power in the hands of the few. Strauss and Howe identified the US elections of 2024 and 2028 as flashpoints, moments that could push society into full-blown crisis or transformation. They believe we're living through a period as important as the American Revolution, the Civil War, or the Great Depression. And how we act in the coming years will shape not just our own future, but that of generations to come. So, are we in the fourth turning? Whether or not you agree with Strauss and Howe, one thing is clear. History is not a straight line. It turns, it circles, and it repeats. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this exploration, leave a like, comment below, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay curious.